I don't like the way that SMR is behaving here, but I'm going to be patient with it. I like the bigger idea. Looks like it's rugging like previous CEG play, but we have this clearly defined higher low here, and we're coming up to a major breakout. So I'm still going to be watching these targets here. Maybe we'll see some sort of breakdown, but really, as long as we hold above 1086, I still like this idea as a swing, especially with the weekly giving us some nice support here. RSI structure is also healthy here. Actually, let me check the expiration on my position here. So I have the July, so we got plenty of time here. It's a nice breakdown on oil. You're breaking the trend line here, so this should be supportive of equities. So some of these sell-offs are interesting to me. You know, CEG especially. I'm going to keep an eye on this one. We got to pivot to looking at the 30 here. So the 30 is just no testing support, but I don't. I have poor alignment on the TTM here. Again, another position where I'm willing to be extremely patient due to how well this is setting up. This is a name that can have some pretty violent rugs before the real move up, but the structure here is, I mean, just crazy healthy all the way up, setting higher lows. And it's into a major key level, so I'd be watching 316. Willing to be very patient with that. I read another name. We have a failed breakdown here, so looking for a potential continuation. Palantir kind of giving the breakdown here. I don't like this breakdown, honestly. It's flipping the 30-minute. 15-minute looks ugly as well. It is oversold. I'm kind of willing. I bought next week's contracts on Palantir. I'm kind of willing to be patient on it. Palantir as a Tesla, on the other hand, is looking very solid. Back testing the bullish EMA on the 5-minute here, getting a nice continuation. 15-minute. When this thing runs, it's always running while it's so overbought. It's a very atypical name. I'll be watching this 15-minute. I'm not opposed to playing it. Let's look at our heat map real quick, because there is a lot of names selling off. So we have another day where we're kind of split. SNDK and MU are on just historical runs. Being extremely patient here. Very, very patient. Very, very patient. We have an unusual call buying on iBet here. Don't need nobody. Don't need nobody. Don't need nobody. I mean, this is in tandem with Bitcoin. I'm still looking for 84 on Bitcoin. Reaction to 84 is everything. And I wouldn't be surprised if after you hit 84, you get some sort of back test like this, and then this thing just moons. Irene failing the breakdown again. I'm eyeing this one. I'm willing to get a little bit more aggressive. 30 minutes, very supportive. 65 minute is kind of just iffy, but it's not bad. I mean, that's nice seller exhaustion on that 65 minute candle, right? So it looks pretty good. Looks just fine. Tesla about to test 15 minute. Let's zoom in. Look at those five. Five is all right. It's okay. You got this widening megaphone pattern, right? Widening megaphone, which means a break through the high here, a break through this high here can send a parabolic move to the upside. Okay. Exhibit A of this pattern is MU, right? Megaphone pattern, which is like a reverse wedge, right? And they hit break the megaphone, and this thing just rockets, right? That's kind of what Tesla's got set up on the morning. Nothing's really screaming at me to hit the buy button. I took a small position on Palantir. I brought up some more Irene swings because I like the failed breakdown. A nice continuation. $70 target on Irene. I feel like Palantir's just hunting out. Let's take a closer look at this one, man. I would really prefer it not to come to 34. This 2 days everything, though. What kind of sucks about this position is we kind of need to hold out for the 134 test before it's like truly dead play. And I usually don't like wider stops like that, but I came in pretty small, so I'm willing to ride that one out. Since I have small positioning, Tesla's gonna be interesting right here. It might be worth like a lotto sizing just to see if it wants to send it through. IWM and SPY holding lots of strength, while some of the strongest names are having pretty substantial pullbacks. I mean, CoinGear losing its bullish support on the 30 minute. Let's run through some leaders. I think some of these want to do some consolidation before the moves higher. Google actually looks great on multiple time frames. The 65 looks really good. So we have a positive number on the 65. It's just now flipping, confirming the upside breakout. What I don't like here is these RVOL numbers are really trash. I mean, the volume's really low. That's a nice morning star potentially on Tesla. I'm going to take Tesla with a tight stop here. Overall, right now, with the generals of the market kind of behaving well, I'm not believing the selling yet. I did buy the Tesla calls for the end of the week. I kept the sizing small. It's a lot of position. You don't need a ton of size on Tesla to make a ton of money, so be mindful of that. I do want to take a quick peek at corn. Back testing this 15. It's kind of puking a little bit with oil. But our weekly setup is still holding. And our monthly is firing. So kind of looking for the spike here. With the UAE declaring war, I kind of wonder if that's going to generate that move that I want. I want to take a quick peek at CRISPR. It's dramatically oversold here. They're trying to play out the sell in May and go away on a lot of these. But I don't want to overreact to any of this yet. Today's a lot more timid than yesterday. I hate this barcoding on Irene. But it keeps failing these breakdowns. I wonder how Oracle's behaving this morning. Oracle's just they came and bought the dip. I mean, that's a crazy give and go, quite honestly. But you got a nice bullish engulfing candle on the 15-minute. I don't have good influence though, so let's actually set an alert kind of at the top of this pre-market structure. I hate popping back over this and seeing it breaking down through the support. I got an alert to short Netflix, but it looked like I had missed like the bulk of the move. Yeah, this thing's at 88. So I think for this one, I kind of want to be patient here. It's at your first ATR, so it's at your first target right here. Man, we want to see Hims defend here. Selling is slowing down on Palantir. That's what we want to see. I kind of want to try some weeklies on Hims. I like that Morningstar bottom kind of setting there on Hims. I'm just a little bit hesitant because the market's so slow. I'm kind of watching the premiums on Hims. They're not moving at all. It could work, but I don't like how the premiums are acting. We're up 22% on Tesla here. It's a good time to take a partial. Yeah, some of these names are pulling back, but we're still in profits on a good number of them. Look, I'm still in profits on CRISPR, especially. Holding up just fine. Irene's only down 9%. It's looking fine. Palantir's, the first 20% went fast, but it's still holding up pretty well. I'm still kind of watching these Hims contracts to see if they actually start to move. Nothing yet. Tesla position up 30% here. Moving fast. My first sell is at 3. Hims get a rejection, not going for the breakout. It's looking like this is what you really need to watch. The premiums told the full story on Hims. Hims is these kind of like hype squeezy names. The premiums tell the full story. Okay, if this thing's looking like it wants to break out and those premiums are moving and they're really jumpy, that's kind of telling you it's prepping for the real move. I like this recover on CEG. Recovery is really nice. Premium's not behaving the best there, though. Beware. Him's actually giving that move. All right, we got that partial on Tesla. All right, that was 40. That was a 37% there. I still don't like the way these premiums are moving on Hims. The 28s for the end of the week are stupid cheap. It might be worth it just to buy some of these. I'm just only brings us to 27. God, that'd be so ugly if this came back to 27 and then rejected. I would shed a tear for the name. Oh, what a beautiful morning star bottom on CEG. I mean, that is gorgeous. A move like this, if it gets a continuation over that pre-market high, whew. Because this is so tight with the previous day's high, you kind of do need to watch that. You know what's annoying about CEG is they don't have July contracts for this. That's wild to me. This is such a great name to trade too. Tesla back testing. I'm not going to let Tesla go red, but I wanted to see if it'll catch bids here. I don't like the kind of triple top, but this could be accelerant back to the upside. Nice reclaim on Irene. I mean, just it's holding this beautifully. I'm gonna watch the 10 minute for a bottom signal on SMR. I'm gonna adjust to 10 minute on coin, looking for the same thing, looking for the bottom signal. All right, I'm stopped on the rest of Tesla. I'm not gonna let a green trade red. It's a bummer, but that's okay. Next trade. We got paid something for it. Our Irene trade is red to green here. What's interesting is my August calls on HIMS have held up, actually. I'm just now realizing this. Those long term premiums are holding up very, very well. If the day was behaving a little bit better, I would be tempted to re-enter into Tesla here with a stop under the low of this candle. I mean, I don't even hate it, honestly. All right, we got some news hitting here. We're getting a big puke at a SPY. I don't see obvious news for this. Something's happened though. Nothing in the headlines, but oil reaction here is what's spooking the market. The job opening numbers was actually really positive. We have a pretty clear top signal from SPY here. Um, it makes me kind of wanting to take some SPX. don't think I could take it yet. This is still behaving well. One second, guys. I'm gonna go on mute. I got a phone call. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry. Hey, premiums on SPX are going wild. We could see another plunge here. I'm watching the 7100s. Just kind of as like a lotto idea. I kind of like buying one of these and seeing if we get like a pretty substantial breakdown. I'm gonna go ahead and buy one for 750 at the end of the week. I got filled at 740. I'm letting Discord members know. SPX printing. We don't have the 10-minute top confirmation, but it is starting to form here. Yeah, these spreads did some wild things earlier. That's what made me want to take these. The ask went from 7 to 10 real fast. So it's settled down now, but we'll see if we get that spike back up again. Names like Irene holding up really strong here is something to keep an eye on. This Morningstar trying to form on Tesla is another thing to keep an eye on, by the way. All right, Tesla, a name that doesn't really give a shit what the rest of the market does. It can run on its own. Cult names are just like that. Palantir trying to set the low here. It's not very convincing here though, but keep an eye on it. This play's still on the table. Remember, 134 is your nail in the coffin. Dead, don't touch. And until here, I'm willing to let my small position kind of bleed me. I'm down. I'm actually only down 26% here. It's not bad, really. Yesterday we had amazing profit. So on some of these small plays, I'm giving a little bit back, but I'm not worried about it. You know, you got to put some money out there. You got to see how the market reacts and feel it out before you size up. I definitely think we're in a situation where, like CEG, keeping a small position here is probably a good idea. Keeping a small position in Irene is probably a good idea. And if the stars align and these start behaving really well, I mean, Irene right here is about to start behaving really well if it can pop over this high a day and hold. Really important that it holds. Okay. We don't want to see something like a look above and fail, because if you do a look above and fail, you probably won't hold another retest of these lows here. Right, really, really, really important. SMR is trying to reclaim here, but it's got a lot of work to do. It's got to get back over 12 and hold it. Our SPX put is holding up very well, which I love that. I do not like how these HIMS premiums are acting, man. I also don't like CEG failing to get a continuation just for the Morningstar, but it's not necessarily bad. It's kind of neutral here. Um, bigger picture is fine. Bigger picture is you're consolidating at the highs. It's beautiful, but as far as like a day trade or a scalp, like there's nothing here. All right, SPY trying to recover as oil kind of relaxes. You still need to take note of the reaction there. Because equities have been doing a really good job of ignoring oil when it gets pops like that. So, you know, that the velocity of that move tells you that it is paying attention and it is concerned. That's a pretty crazy recovery, though. Who's the leader of this right now? Is it Apple? Oh no, it's AMD waking up. Hold up. When is earnings? It's earnings. Earnings is tonight. Let's look at these. I might be able to snag a few lottos. Holy, holy juiced, man. Holy juiced. It is juiced as all get out. I mean, we've got
If you wanted to buy like a 400 lotto, you're paying like 120% premium here. Yeah, more realistically, it's like a 60-70% premium with the earnings coming up, which is fine if you sell before earnings, but it makes holding for an earnings play extremely dangerous. They're pricing in like a 20% move into this thing. Holy shit. Holy shit. Tesla has the top signal here. My gosh, Apple is smashing through ATRs at an 85 RSI on the 15 minute. Oh, this thing wants a much bigger move. There's a beautiful reaction off the bullish EMA here. Damn, man, I was actually, this was on my radar. We did hit this initial move higher. Can't enter here, though. Let's see if we get a back test of 180, a 280. Yeah, a back test at this level is beautiful for our entry. This 65 minute tells me I could probably even enter here and just weather some retrace and add on it. But just due to the state of the market, I'm just being really patient with getting into stuff. Even though I'm willing to take some pain, it's not like I'm eager to do it. All right, it's 9:30 now, guys. So we're gonna end the stream. I'm live all day in the Discord. Actually, in fact, for YouTube, let me pull this up for you guys real quick. This is from one of our traders in the Discord. This is his actual account. From 2 years of trading with us, he has averaged 100% return, 102% year-over-year return since beginning his trading with us in 2004. He's up a total of 300% for $100,000 gain, baby. And that's believing in the process. Believing in the process. I mean, just gorgeous, 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 right? So you want to come trade with us in the Discord, check out the link down below. We'd love to have you. We're also doing a trade challenge right now. Every month we're giving $100 away to whoever shares the best trade idea. So you want to have some fun, you want to come make some money, check out the Discord down below. Okay, God bless.